This is exactly why the WNBA and USA Basketball and everybody else that's got access to Caitlyn Clark should be trying to push her to the top of everything. Because
a phenomenon so powerful it's forcing the WNBA to rethink its entire approach to the game. At the heart of this transformation is one name, Caitlyn Clark. Her meteoric rise isn't just changing the Indiana Fever or her fan base, it's rewriting the playbook for the entire league. From ticket pricing strategies to season formats, the WNBA is making bold, unprecedented moves to capitalize on what we're calling the Caitlyn Clark effect. Buckle up because this story is as electrifying as Clark's deep three-pointers. The Caitlyn Clark effect, a game changer for the WNBA. Let's start with the big picture. The WNBA, a league that's been steadily growing its footprint, is at a crossroads. For years, it's relied on a combination of loyal fans, talented players, and incremental growth to carve out its place in the sports world. But in 2024, something extraordinary happened. A single player, Caitlyn Clark, emerged as a cultural and commercial juggernaut, drawing attention to women's basketball in ways we haven't seen since the days of Lisa Leslie or Cheryl Swoops.
Teams won't include Fever games in half-season ticket packages because they would lose too much money. Numbers don't lie. Caitlyn Clark is the face of the WNBA.
Her impact is so profound that it's not just boosting ticket sales or TV ratings, it's prompting the WNBA to overhaul its entire business model. Why is Caitlyn Clark such a big deal? It's not just her stats, though those are jaw-dropping. As a rookie with the Indiana Fever, she averaged over 17 points per game, dished out nearly 6 assists, and sank long-range shots that left defenders scrambling. Her ability to score from anywhere on the court, combined with her infectious charisma, has made her a must-watch talent. But it's more than that. Clark represents a new era for the WNBA, one where star power, marketability, and fan engagement are as critical as athletic prowess. She's not just a player. She's a brand, a movement, a reason for casual fans to tune in. This brings us to the heart of today's discussion. The WNBA's groundbreaking decision to exclude the Indiana Fever from certain ticket packaging strategies for the upcoming season. At first glance, this move might seem counterintuitive. Why would the league sideline a team featuring its biggest star? The answer lies in the Caitlyn Clark effect, a phenomenon so potent that it's forcing the WNBA to rethink how it sells its product. A bold strategy, excluding the Fever from ticket packages. To understand this decision, let's break down the WNBA's ticketing strategy. Traditionally, teams offer season ticket packages that include a mix of games, some against marquee opponents, others against less prominent teams. These bundles are designed to ensure consistent attendance, even for matchups that might not sell out on their own. But in 2025, the WNBA is doing something different. For the first time, the Indiana Fever's games won't be included in standard half-season ticket packages for other teams. Instead, Fever games are being treated as premium events, available as add-ons or standalone purchases at higher prices.
Caitlyn Clark effect is real, obviously. It is incredibly obvious that it's real. But this might just sum it up more than anything else.
Why? Because Caitlyn Clark is a walking goldmine. The numbers don't lie. When Clark plays, arenas fill up, television ratings spike, merchandise flies off the shelves. The WNBA has realized that bundling Fever games into discounted packages would be leaving money on the table. Fans are willing to pay a premium to see Clark in action, and the league is betting that this demand will outweigh any short-term losses from excluding the Fever from standard packages. Let's put this in perspective. Imagine you're a fan of the Washington Mystics or the Chicago Sky. In a typical season, your half-season ticket package might include a game against the Indiana Fever, regardless of who's on the roster. But in 2025, if you want to see Caitlyn Clark light up the court, you'll need to shell out extra for a Fever game add-on. And here's the kicker. The WNBA is confident that fans will do it. They're projecting that Fever games could command ticket prices 2 to 3 times higher than average, potentially $200 or $300 for prime seats. That's the kind of star power we're talking about.
You don't add franchises when you're losing money, let alone if one of those places is Miami. We had a team for 3 years. They shut down because they played with...
Strategy isn't just about maximizing revenue. It's about capitalizing on a once-in-a-generation talent. The WNBA knows that players like Clark don't come along often. Her ability to draw crowds, dominate headlines, and inspire a new generation of fans is a game changer. By treating Fever Games as premium experiences, the league is positioning Clark as the face of women's basketball, a role she's already embracing with poise and flair. The numbers behind the hype too fully grasp the Caitlyn Clark effect. Let's look at some data. According to a 2024 report from Morning Consult, the WNBA was among the fastest growing brands in sports, largely due to Clark's influence. Her games with the Indiana Fever averaged over 10,000 fans per home game, a 30% increase from the previous season. On television, Fever Games drew an average of 8 million viewers, outpacing even some NBA matchups. Social media tells a similar story. Clark's highlights regularly go viral.
Black curtains around the arena. They were playing in front of 500
people. That goes back
people.
to the point of the pressure being on Caitlyn, because they're adding because they think that she's gonna.
Why would you even consider Miami?
So why is Miami even part of the conversation? Some speculate that the WNBA sees Clark's star power as a potential catalyst for new franchises. If a player like Clark can fill arenas in Indianapolis, could she do the same in Miami? The answer, at least for now, is no. The WNBA is still grappling with financial losses, and adding a new team, especially in a market with a shaky track record, would be a risky move. For the league to expand successfully, it needs to stabilize its existing franchises and build on the momentum created by stars like Clark. Until then, Miami will have to wait. Clark and Boston, a dynamic duo, while much of the spotlight is on Caitlyn Clark. Let's not overlook her teammate Aliyah Boston, the 2023 No. 1 overall draft pick has been a force in the paint, averaging double-doubles and anchoring the Fever's defense. Together, Clark and Boston form one of the most exciting young duos in the WNBA. Their chemistry on the court, Clark's flashy passes feeding Boston's powerful finishes, has fans buzzing about the Fever's potential. What makes this pairing so special? It's a blend of contrasting styles. Clark is the sharpshooting guard who thrives on perimeter play, while Boston is the dominant post player who controls the interior. Their ability to complement each other's strengths has elevated the Fever's offense, making them a must-watch team. In 2024, the duo combined for over 30 points per game, a number that's likely to climb as they continue to develop. But it's not just about stats. Clark and Boston represent the future of the WNBA, a generation of players who combine elite skill with magnetic personalities. Their post-game interviews filled with laughter and camaraderie have endeared them to fans. On platforms like X, clips of their on-court celebrations often trend alongside Clark's highlight reel shots. The WNBA is banking on this duo to carry the Fever and the league into a new era of prominence.
Half-season ticket to receive access to add-on to Fever Games. The Go has her own package. She literally has her own package. They can even sell out Game Bridge for day one of Fever Camp. They 100% could. I'm sorry, they could sell out Game.
The strategic genius of the WNBA's plan. Let's circle back to the WNBA's ticketing strategy. By excluding the Indiana Fever from standard packages, the league is making a calculated bet on Clark's drawing power. But this move is about more than just ticket sales. It's a long-term investment in the WNBA's brand. Consider this. When Clark comes to town, arenas don't just sell tickets, they sell experiences. Fans aren't just buying a seat, they're buying a chance to witness history. The WNBA is leaning into this by creating premium packages that include Fever Games, complete with perks like exclusive merchandise or pre-game events. The goal is to make every Clark appearance feel like a can't-miss spectacle, akin to a concert or a playoff game. This strategy also has ripple effects. By driving up demand for Fever Games, the WNBA is boosting secondary revenue streams. Concessions, parking, and merchandise sales all get a lift when Clark is on the court. And let's not forget television. Clark's games are ratings gold, attracting advertisers eager to reach her massive audience. Last season, ESPN reported a 20% increase in WNBA ad revenue, much of it tied to Clark's popularity. But there's a bigger picture here. The WNBA is using Clark to elevate the entire league. By showcasing her in high-profile matchups, the league is drawing attention to other stars like A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Sabrina Ionescu. Clark's presence creates a halo effect, making the WNBA as a whole more visible and appealing. It's a rising tide lifts all boats scenario, and the league is riding the wave. The cultural impact of Caitlyn Clark beyond the numbers. Caitlyn Clark is reshaping the cultural landscape of women's sports. Her influence extends far beyond the court, touching everything from media coverage to corporate sponsorships. In 2024, Sheila Johnson, owner of the Washington Mystics, made headlines when she told CNN that the entire WNBA deserved to be on the cover of Time magazine. While Johnson was speaking about the league as a whole, it's no coincidence that her comments came during a season dominated by Clark's rise. The media frenzy around Clark is unprecedented. No WNBA story in recent memory has garnered as much national attention as her rookie campaign. From ESPN to CNN to posts on X, Clark's name is everywhere. Her games are dissected on sports talk shows, her fashion choices are analyzed on social media, and her off-court endeavors, like her Nike deal or her golf hobby, are fodder for headlines.
Schedule and just being back to what I've called a normal life in the WNBA has been massive. But to quickly run through a couple of other things, and we're going to talk about Aliyah Boston and Clark here momentarily.
This level of coverage is a testament to her star power, but it's also a sign of the times. Women's sports are finally getting the spotlight they deserve, and Clark is leading the charge. What's driving this hype? Part of it is Clark's authenticity. She's not just a great athlete, she's a relatable figure. Her Iowa roots, her love for golf, and her down-to-earth demeanor resonate with fans. She's the kind of star who can dominate a game and then charm the media with a witty quip. This combination of talent and personality makes...
Again, this time, catapulting the WNBA to levels they didn't think were possible if we only look back 2 years from now. Caitlyn Clark